Kadosh Boker Or Masechet Chullin Daf Yomi Daf Kaf Aleph Amud Aleph 21a1. Says the Gemara. We are a few lines down where it says Kisalik Rabbi Zera. 3 lines down. Okay? Kisalik Rabbi Zera. When Rabbi Zera came up from Bavel Teretz Yisrael, Ashkechel Rabbi Ami. He saw Rabbi Ami Diati V'Kamal Lashmata that he was saying this Braita, where it says, right, Ashmua. Amar Leikam, and he says, V'chimeta Omed Omolek. He says, what? If it's already dead, now you're going to do the Melika. He started thinking a little bit. Yeah. And he told him, this is what he has to do. Exactly what he said before. So mamash, the same thing. He thought about it for a few seconds and he answered the exact same thing as we just answered previously. Okay, Tanya Mayach, we also learned this in a Braita. How do you do melika for chatat ha'of? So you start cutting until you get to the esophagus or the trachea. Once you get to it, you're going to cut one of the simanim, right? Or rubo, or the majority of that one siman. Verov basarimo, and the majority of the flesh with it. Ubeola, and by the ola, you have to do 2 simanim, or the majority of 2 simanim. Meaning it's either the 2 simanim or the majority. Because even if you do the majority, it's still going to be kosher. So mani, who's this Braita then? Ira banan, if it's going to be the rabbis, how many they said shnaim davka? You need to do 2 of them, right? V'ira belazar, if it's going to be the Shimon, hamar rosh shnaim, he said the majority. So therefore, why did we say then that it was going to be, right, everything here? So he says, Ema shnaim, right, l'rabbanan, v'rov shnaim, you're right, it's 2 according to the rabbis, right, or a majority of 2 for the Bilazar and Shimon. Meaning the question is that it said shnaim or rov shnaim. Now it doesn't make sense because shnaim is rabbanan and rov shnaim is the Bilazar and Shimon, and you're bringing it in the same braita. So the Gemara says in acharami, that's what you have to actually say. You say shnaim according to the rabbanan and rov shnaim according to Rabbi Lazar, Rabbi Shimon. If you want, you could answer another answer. Have both of them is Rabbi Lazar, Rabbi Shimon. That it's enough rov shnaim. So what does it mean shnaim? Shnaim means shedomim l'shnaim. It's like shnaim because when you do the majority of 2, it's like you did the 2 simanim. Meaning you don't have to actually cut both simanim completely. The second you cut the majority of both, you're already done. Okay. Amar Rav Yehuda Shmuel. Rav Yehuda name of Shmuel. If it was broken, the vertebra and the majority of the basar which is with him, it's going to be mitameh b'oil like a met. So he says, "V'im tomar." Now you're going to tell me, "Otoma said Eliah Cohen." What about the story of Eliah Cohen? When he heard that the Aron Hashem was captured by the Plishtim, he went and he broke the mifrakato vayamot. Right? What does that mean? Mifreket below rov basar havai. Right? Zikna shani. So it says the Gemara, what's going on then? So he says Eliah Cohen was already zaken, right? Because he was already 98 years at the time. So therefore, right, he says that since he was so old, the second that it broke the shvirat mafreket, it was already enough that he died just because of it. Fine. So it says, Zikna shane dichtiv, it says the pasuk, Vahikas kiro et Aron Elokim, when he remembered that the Aron Elokim was captured, right? Vayipol malakiseh, he fell off the seat, he fell off the throne, the chair, acharonit, right, backwards. Be'ad yad hashar, by the yad hashar, vatishaveh mafrakto v'yamot. And then what happened was it broke his vertebra, and then he died. Ki zaken haish v'kaved, because he was very heavy and he was old. So therefore, you see from here that when a person's old, just by breaking the vertebra, it's already enough that he's dead, even without breaking the simanim. Okay. Next, Amar Shmuel bar Nachmani, says Shmuel bar Nachmani, but it's just incredible. He was suffering so much. Pashut, he just fell and he broke his thing, and Gamarnu, he's dead. Yeah, it's something incredible. Eliah Cohen. Yeah, 98 years old. So he says, Amar Shmuel bar Nachmani, he says Shmuel bar Nachmani, Rav Yonatan, Kira'o kedag. Right? If they came and they cut like a dug, that means just like they open up a fish the entire length, mitameh be'ohel. And even though it's going to be miparper, it's still going to be mitameh be'ohel. That means if they tore open a human being like a fish, even though he's still like kicking around and moving around, it's still mitameh be'ohel. Amar Shmuel bar Yitzchak umi gabo. That means only if they did it on his back, from the right, because if they did it on his front, on the stomach, right, he's not considered dead as long as he's still miparper. Interesting. Okay. That means there's going to be a difference if it was from the back or from the front that they cut him open straight down. Okay, from the back, right? If from the back, if he's going to be meparper, it's still mitameh be'ohel. But on the front, as long as he's meparper, he's still alive, so he's not mitameh be'ohel. So Amar Shmuel says asad gistera. If they made him like a gistera, which means they mamash split him open, he's a nevela immediately, even if he's still mefarkeset. Yeah, you split him in half. Okay. Next, Amar Rabbi Lazar says Rabbi Lazar, Nitala yarech v'chalal shela. What happens if it was taken away his thigh, right, and the inside of it? This is talking about a behemah, right? Because before we were talking about human beings, so now we're talking about a behemah. Shenekra etzem yarech shela. Nevela, it's going to be a nevela. Hechida michalasha. What does it mean now? Chalal shela. What? Yeah, from the front part of the body. Yeah, the other part was the back part. That's mi gabo. Gabo is the back part. Gistra is from the front. So Gabo, we said that he's going to become a nevela, right, immediately. But from the front, no. As long as he parped, he's not. He's still alive. I think that I guess when they cut from the back, he's dead immediately. He's dead immediately. Why? Ask the doctor. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. So again, one more time. Says Rabbi Elazar, Nitala yerech v'chalal shela. Right. It's going to be right. It's a nevela immediately. Hechida michalal shela. Amarava kol revutza v'niret chasera. If it's going to be lying down and looks like it's chaser. Fine. Tanan hatam. We learned over there in the Mishnah. Hutzura shehen. What happens right now if it was cut off one of the heads of the 8 shratzim, which is written in the Torah, which means aseu gastira, right? Even if you can't see that the head was mamash chopped off, afal pishem mefarkesin tamim, it's going to be tamim. Kezenava leta, just like the zenava leta. Meaning when you come and you take a lizard or whatever it is, and you cut off, it continues going. It continues, like there's nothing there. I saw it. It's something incredible. You cut it off. You could do whatever you want. It'll still continue, but nothing. Nothing happened. Yeah, my utzu. What does it mean now? Utzu rishayim. Rashaki says utzu mamash. Mamash was cut off. Ravasi says no. Kavdalat olat off. It started cutting off, meaning it started separating. So Amale Rav Yirmiyah Ravasi says Rav Yirmiyah to Ravasi, Kavdalat olat off l'Rabbanav lo palgitu odilma kavdalat olat off. Right? The dad of Elazar Shimon palgitu. Are we talking about like kavdalat olat off to the rabbis? And therefore it comes out that they're not actually arguing. Or maybe you're going to tell me that it's going to be Avdalat Olata off, like Rabbi Elazar Shimon, that it's going to be even Rov, right? And therefore they are arguing. So Amalek, Avdalat Olof, Rabbi Elazar Shimon, Palginan, they argue on each other. Okay? So that means basically him and Resh Lakish are arguing. Rabbi Elazar Shimon. Some people have a different girsa. Rabbi Shimon ben Lakish, Rabbi Shimon ben Lakish says, Hutsu Mamash, right? And Ravasi says, Rebbe Mani, right? Who is this? Kavdalat Olata of the Rishimon Lazab Rov Shnaim, like the majority of Shnaim. My Rabbanan, what is Rabbanan? What is Rabbi Shimon? The time was learned on right Avet Hashani Hase Ola Kamishpat. You're going to do the second one like also like an Ola. Kemishpat Chatat Bema, just like a Chatat Bema, right? Not like the Ola. You're going to do like a Chatat Bema. Which one? No, no. No, the Shmona Shatzim is mitameh. So he says, if it's dead. אתה אומר כמשפט חטאת בהמה, או אין אלא כמשפט חטאת העוף. Do you say that it's going to be like חטאת בהמה, or is it going to be like חטאת העוף? So כשהוא אומר, when you're going to tell me now, ויקריבו, so therefore, חלק הכתוב, the pasuk is differentiating between חטאת העוף and עולת העוף. ומה אני מקיים כמשפט? So what does it mean now כמשפט? כמשפט חטאת בהמה, just like חטאת בהמה. מה חטאת בהמה? Just like חטאת בהמה, and הבא is not going to come, אלא מן החולין, right? כ"א עמוד 21b. It's not going to come only from the chulin, and you can't redeem it with Maaseh Shani. Uvayom, and it has to be during the daytime of Yadoyim Anitu on the right hand, right? Af olata of, so to olata of. It is only going to come from the chulin during the daytime and with the right hand. So ask the Gemara, ima lahan b'rosh shnayim, so to here should be b'rosh shnayim. Meaning, tell me that it should be enough, rov shnayim, the majority of the two of them. Yeah, just like the melikav, the thing. So to chatat be'ema should be rov shnayim. So he says, Tamulomar, umalak v'iktir. Just like a ktara, harosh be'atzmo v'aguf be'atzmo, it's going to be separate, the rosh and the guf. So to the melika, harosh be'atzmo v'aguf be'atzmo, it's also going to be by itself separate as well. That you're going to do melika on the two simanim completely. You separate it, and then, right, that's what we're learning, that olat ha'of is going to be different from chatat ha'of in two things. Number one, chatat ha'of, you only have to do melika with one siman, and olat ha'of, you have to do two. And number two, also, by the chatat, if the Kohen wanted to, he could do the rov siman. But by the olah, you have to do completely the simanim legamre. You have to completely cut off the head. Right? That's by the olat ha'of. Rabbi Ishmael says, what does it mean kamishpat? Kamishpat chatat ha'of. Just like chatat ha'of is mimula oref, so to olat ha'of is going to be mimula oref. So says the Gemara, ima lehalan, if it's going to be over there, it's talking about molek, ve'eno mavdil b'siman echad, and you don't separate with one siman. So to here you're going to be molek, ve'eno mavdil b'siman echad. So he says, samulomar v'ikrivo. What does it mean v'ikrivo? And it says malaket rosho. When it says v'ikrivo, we're talking about that it's a mute, that only that you're going to bring, not something else. So therefore, what teaches us melikata off is going to be different from chatata off. Okay? The third shita, Rabbi Elazar Rabbi Shimon Omer, kamishpat chatata off, malehalan, just like over there, right? Ochez barosh uvaguf umazeh. You're going to grab the head and the body, and then you're going to sprinkle it on the mizbeach. So to here, you're going to grab the head and the body, and you're going to sprinkle it on the mizbeach. Have a wonderful day, everyone.